Hello everyone, Parallel here, and welcome to Star Trek Online. One of the rewards that tend to go unnoticed in the summer event and also in the winter event is the ground kit modules. Each year for these events we get 3 new modules, and sometimes they can be kind of a hidden gem or really an amazing ability. And for this year's Summer 2016 event, we got 3 new ground kit modules, and I thought I would take a look at these and test them out here on Kobali Prime and see how they actually perform and if any of them are worthwhile. So first things first, I'm here on my science character. Let's go ahead and pull up the UI here and take a look. So for the science character, the kit module is this one right here. The Sonic Disruption module. It's a very rare Mark 12. It's kind of unfortunate that they only make a Mark 12 because you can't upgrade this. It would be nice to make a Mark 13, but it is a Mark 12, and it's basically sort of an AoE CC ability with a little bit of damage. It is an exposed attack, and it's a frontal cone area. Let's see here. It does 172 physical damage, 50% shield pen, knockback, interrupt target, also minus 66% run speed, stuns targets within 10 meters for 6 seconds, and a 20%. Oh, well, that's the exposed chance. The minus all damage resistance rating, that's from one of my doffs, because this counts as a debuff, so it does also give the damage resistance debuff, which is nice. One of the cool things about science captains. So that is the module, and before I go too far, just in case anyone's not aware how you get these modules for the events, right now this is during the summer event for 2016. If you participate in that event, you go down here to your reputation tab, go down to events, go over to the store tab, and there you can see the summer event, and the kits are, where are they? Scroll down a bit, and there you go, ground equipment. You can actually see the new ones for this year, and that's what I'll be covering in this video. And you can also see you can buy the ones from last year. And just so you are aware, one of those hidden gems I'm referring to is this one right here. Graviton Spike is an absolutely amazing ability for tactical captains on the ground. It's incredible. In fact, I use it to this day on my tactical character. So yeah, absolutely pick that. I'd recommend that absolutely to all tactical characters. It is amazing. But likewise, just like you sometimes find some of these hidden gems, a lot of these kit modules from the events tend to be quite lackluster or flat out junk. For example, the Hurricane Generator, a very, very situational use to this thing. And even then, I don't know. Keep in mind there's opportunity cost for equipping any of these because you have a limited amount of kit modules you can slot. So it has to be able to pull its weight in order to justify that slot and give up something else, which can be quite good. Alright, so let's continue on here with the science character. I did get each one of the new kit modules, so after I take a look at the science one, I will switch over to my tactical and engineering characters and take a look at those as well. And I think for testing this out, I'm here on Kobali Prime. I'm just going to head up to one of the higher areas of this battle zone and just test it out against some random enemies. I'll put my teammates here. I'm just going to put them on passive mode. So I will just be the one shooting. Now I can already see something. So here's I slotted the ability down here. And I can already see it doesn't actually require a target. See how I can fire it right now without a target? So it's not targeted. So it must just be whichever way your character is facing. Now, I'm going to test this out here on these guys over here, but I am curious to see what the visual effect looks like. Even though the performance of these kits can be lackluster sometimes, they often have very flashy, cool particle effects and all that good stuff. So let's take a look at this one. Now this one, it does say... Okay, let's make sure they're not... Yeah, that's fine. You can cast buffs. Don't attack, though. This one does say you want to be within 10 meters to get the stun, so I'm going to go run right up to these guys point blank and just give it a try. No buffs, no nothing. Let's just see what it does. 260. Ooh, they had that guy way back there. It's pretty good range. 264 crit. Not too bad. Cooldown. I forgot to look at it after I activated it. Let me see if I can get another shot on this guy here. 339. That's, I mean, it's not terrible for a CC type ability. Okay, let's do it one more time here. .253 crit. That's, I mean, it's not the best damage I've ever seen, but it's also not terrible. I've seen most of your CC type abilities are usually quite terrible. Now it does say physical damage, so I'm wondering if that it's doing good damage here because these guys are not shielded. Let me see if I can find a shielded target and give it a test on them. I know there's always this one lieutenant level character over here. Ooh, there's a whole group over there. Let's see how it does on like a whole group here. Enemy targets on film. Not too bad. Not too bad. Of course, not as good as your endothermic induction field and seismic agitation field. Let's do one more on this guy. So it does like, you know, 270s to 300. It has a reasonably short cooldown. I'm not seeing the stun though, am I? Let's do one more time on this guy. So not too bad. I mean, it's about a 20-second cooldown. It is a knockback. The cone range is... Does it say what the cone range is? Up to 20 meters. I mean, the cone range is pretty decent. Let's do it on this guy. Yep, did absolutely nothing. All right, so it's going to be... it's going to be pretty much garbage against your shielded targets. Let's get rid of this support drone here. Where'd he go? So you can do this one more time. Let's get a shield down. Do one more time. Yeah. So, yeah, that's, I think, the caveat here. If they're shielded, it isn't going to do squat. I mean, it's going to do nothing. I'm going to do this one more time. See, this guy's shielded, this guy's not. I'm going to try to hit them both. And this time I'm going to do a few buffs here. Let's see if I can... Well, I can scan them. I could do my Iconian set. Yeah, let's just get all my buffs going here. Iconian set, scan, and then use it. 110 penetration. Nah, not the best. I missed this guy over here, unfortunately. Not honestly very exciting. So still pretty lackluster. That was even with my intelligence precision offensive ability as well. So yeah, against shielded targets it isn't going to do much of anything. Still nice. It is a pretty decent cone, decent range. It's decent, I guess, is about what I could say. The up-close damage, though, to unshielded targets, I mean, 290 is not that bad. And it is a pretty short cooldown, which is kind of nice. But just for comparison here, I'm going to do my favorite combo here, which is Seismic Agitation Field and Endothermic Induction Field. Let's do it on these dudes over here. And you can see, well, they got out of it with like one hit point, which is unfortunate. If your Seismic Agitation Field gets some good knockbacks, you can destroy like an entire spawn with just those two abilities. So this ability is decent for its crowd control. and decent damage, but not spectacular, I wouldn't say. I do like that it's not a targeted ability, so you can just kind of, you know, use it. See, it did hit those guys back there. It does have a good range. So as, you know, as a CC ability, I do see some usefulness there. Where are all these guys coming from? Okay, let's see if I can do it. Okay, this is not looking good. Where do all these guys come from? Actually, that's not bad. You know what, you could... That was a pretty good combo. If you knock them all down with the Sonic Disruption, then throw down your Agitation Field and your Endothermic, that could actually be a pretty good combo, because they'll keep them within the area of effect for a little bit longer. Let me try that combo one more time on another spawn here. Then I think that should pretty much do it. He's a pretty hardened target. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, we'll knock him down. Then we'll Seismic Agitation. Then we'll Endothermic Induction. It's not going to work as good on these guys. They have quite a few resistances. I want to try it on one of these group spawns that come up here. Any more spawns? Not finding any more spawns. That is unfortunate. Well, I'm not going to wait here too long while they come respawn. Pretty decent ability. Good conal range. I mean, I like the range on it. The damage is okay when you're up close. Nice short cooldown. So I would say situationally useful ability. Something you can stack with other CCs to make it useful. Oh, in case anyone's curious, what the new 2016 Risa and Tribble looks like, it's quite hilarious, so I thought I'd go ahead and show it here. Yeah, that's right. It has an umbrella on it. I thought that was quite funny. But yeah, so okay, so that is the science module. Let's go ahead and switch over to my, let's see, who's next? Engineering, or let's go to my tactical character here. And take a look at the kit module for tactical this year. Let's go ahead and put my teammates on passive again. So for this character, for your tactical character, the kit module is, where did I put it? Here we go, Corrosive Grenade. Let's just read down what it does here. It is just another typical grenade. 176.2 kinetic damage, 50% shield pen, 100 toxic damage, 100% shield pen. That's nice. And minus 40% all damage for 10 seconds, and a small toxic damage over time. So let's see how this does. So first of all, I'll try the same test here just on these unshielded targets. Since it is doing a nice chunk of kinetic, I'm guessing that, again, this will probably be better for unshielded targets. Although the toxic will bypass shields. Let's just do it unbuffed first and see what happens. 200-ish damage. Oh, got some lag there. This time I will target optics on them. And try one more time, because they're standing nice and still. Here we go. Not bad, not bad. Get that target optics on them, get some nice crits. It does put a the damage over time is pretty negligible. Let's give it another test out here. Let's try it on this lieutenant guy. The tech officer. Don't know if unbuffed is going to do much. Let's go ahead and buff up a little bit because I'm actually curious to see how much it does. Pretty good, pretty good. A lot of shield penetrated damage on there, actually. Do a graviton spike. There's the graviton spike. Oh, he's immune. Stupid drone. And I just aggroed a bunch of guys over there, didn't I? Okay, let's do another one on here when his shield is down. Actually, so not too bad. Not too bad of a grenade. I don't know if it's better than the photon, just the standard photon grenade. But I do like the shield pen on it, actually. That's a pretty nice little thing. A lot of toxic damage there. I don't know that many enemies have resistance to that toxic part of the damage. Let's try another one here. Let's do another target optics and a grenade. Yeah, not super impressive there. Okay, stand still, guy. He's gonna run out of it. I knew he would. That's the thing. Here's why I like Graviton Spike. Okay, so here I have Graviton Spike. This is the other kit module I mentioned that is absolutely amazing. So when I use this, see, there's no animation time, so it's instant. That's already a plus. Now when I use it on this guy, watch, as he's moving around, he's going to get a flank on him and suck him in. 600 damage! I mean, tell me how this Graviton Spike is not the most amazing kit module, man. It just the way the AI moves, that the Graviton Spike always triggers, like, when you hit them with your weapon, it's like right at that point in space is where the Graviton Spike triggers. And if the enemies are moving, you know, by the time the actual explosion from the Graviton Spike happens, you know, they've already moved, and almost always you get that flank damage on them. I mean, if I target optic these guys, well, and that's the other thing, is you can cast it before combat. So there's the Graviton Spike. Gives you a buff for like 30 seconds, so you can kind of position, let's do this, and let's just do one shot. I mean, look at that. Tell me that is not freaking amazing. It has the crowd control, sucks them all in, it's got excellent damage, it always gets a flank. I mean, it's an amazing kit module. I know that's not from this year, I shouldn't be going on about it, but it's one of my favorite kit modules of all time from any of the events. And honestly, based on what I'm seeing on this grenade so far, the grenade's not bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the shield pen on the grenade, the toxic damage is cool. There's not that many abilities out there that give you good toxic damage, so that does make it unique and I think pretty useful, honestly. But yeah, it won't replace my Graviton Spike. And, you know, so based on my experience here, I would say they're both worth it, but, you know, if you're farming up, you know, the lol nuts, you need to buy these things, I would say go for the Graviton Spike first if you don't have it, because it just that ability is just amazing. All right, let's do one more here. Let's like massively buff up. Let's do everything here. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. And let's throw the grenade. Ooh, nice crits there. And he was shielded. I'm gonna Graviton Spike this guy for fun. 1,000 damage. Flank, that's right. So yeah. Grenade's actually good. I mean, it's a good ability. But it's still not quite up to the sheer awesomeness of the Graviton Spike. Alright, let's just do a couple more here on my way out. Let's go ahead and target optics these guys. Grenade them. Man, with the target, with I do have the DOF that gives you the damage resistance debuff on your target optics. I think that, is that a DOF? I can't remember now if it's a DOF or a trade or something. But yeah, so that's a good combo with the target optics, resistance debuff, and then throwing down the corrosive grenade. Not bad, not bad at all. So I'll give my final thoughts at the end here. So let's take a look at the one more here, which is the engineering. I'll switch over to my engineering alt. And let's give this one a try. So let's first of all pull it up and take a look at what this module does. There it is, Molten Terrain. So this one is a fabrication. It is a fabrication module. Interesting. I didn't realize that. But this one is also kinetic damage. So all three kit modules from all three classes or careers is kinetic damage. So all three of these from this year, you're going to want to try to focus on using unshielded targets, although at least the tactical one had that toxic damage component, which was nice, which did bypass the shields. Okay, so this one, 120 kinetic damage, less damage there. Seismic instability leaves molten terrain, so very, very small fire dot. That doesn't look too fantastic. Does it do? I wonder if it does like knockdown or something. I mean, that's far less kinetic damage than any of the other two, and very, very small fire damage dot. But I do have it loaded up here. Molten Terrain. This one I don't see any kind of shield pen going on here, so this is going to be definitely something you're going to want to use on unshielded targets. Here we go. Here's a good little group of enemies. And let's see how it does. Go. Oh, wow, look at that. It almost looks like an orbital strike. Oh, it does look like an orbital strike. Does a lot less damage than an orbital strike. Oh, wait. Wait, stop. Don't shoot him. He's just standing there. Well, let's give him a shot. Long animation, though. 183. So less damage than both of the other two. Less damage than both of the other two, and a very long animation. My initial impressions here are not so good. Let's give it a little bit. Let's buff it up here. Let's put some pen on it. Let's put this. Let's put this. And I also have my equipment diagnostics for the damage buff. Yeah, I mean, look at that. It's such a long animation. Almost always. Fully buffed, only 200 damage. So, wow. Long animation, poor damage, a very small fire dot. I would not bother using it for the fire dot. Pretty lackluster. I mean, to compare it to something like engineers have some great abilities, like chronoton mines. Like, why? Hey, wasn't ready yet. I mean, look, this guy's shielded. Let me just try it on him with no buffs. It's going to do nothing. No, it is going to do nothing because he's immune. Let's get rid of that. Pretty cool effect. I like the kind of the molten ground effect there. Cool particle effect, but wow, this damage needs some serious help. I mean, for that kind of a long animation, that's even longer than like a grenade animation. Alright, so let's just try it again. He's standing still. Wow, 28 whole damage to his shields and almost 0 to his health, and he just runs out of the fire. Alright, well, engineers, hate to break it to you, but looks like you got the short end of the stick this year. which is unfortunate. I mean, why would you waste your time with that when you can have the real orbital chasing beam, which does this. Which is not even hitting him. Why aren't you hitting him, Beam? Get him. There you go, Beam. Flanking damage detected. Yeah, you could, that's... Go Beam, get him. That's why Orbital Chasing Beam is so incredibly awesome. But, as you can see, as far as orbital beams go, the Orbital Chasing Beam far outweighs the Molten Terrain here. I'll try it a couple more times here on my way out. Let's use Chronotron Jolt here to increase my cooldowns. Take this, if you don't run out during the 5-second animation. 147. What can I say? It's just not there. That damage is just not there. Let's use the real... Uh-oh, both my guys are dead. Let's put down a crystalline spike. Oh. Hey, how'd you get back up? Oh, yeah, that's right, you're my android. You can get back up. Here, res me. Enemy targets on center. Oh, yeah? Here, take this. Oh, my thing's not up. Well, let's do that. Go Orbital Chasing Beam. Destroy all of them. What? Was there a mission going on here that I didn't see? They're killing me again. Alright, well, enough fun. Oh, respawn did not help my allies. Oh, there we go. Alright, so, final thoughts here. Well, the engineering one is lackluster. In fact, I go as far as to say it's pretty much worthless. Molten Terrain, the damage is abysmal, and the animation time is incredibly long. Very cool particle effect, though. I like it. But, I mean, it's basically... It has the length and downfalls, you know, the long casting animation of, like, your orbital beam, yet it does almost no damage. I mean, it's only kinetic damage, and it's only very, very tiny fire damage over time, which does a little more than scatter the enemies. So, I cannot recommend Molten Terrain. Sorry, engineers. Looks like we got the short end of the stick again this year. Now, as far as the other two, they were both, I would say, mediocre to good. The science one was a frontal cone AoE which had actually decent damage, even better damage than this. It had a pretty fast animation, long range cone with a little bit of CC and knockdown. I mean, it's an AoE knockdown, which is just pretty good, especially if you combo it with some other abilities like how I was showing with, you know, if you combine it with your endothermic induction field and your seismic agitation field. Can make for a pretty good ability. So I would say it's worth considering, but it's certainly not the best kit module out there. So you'll just have to take a look at it and see if it fits the situation that you'd want to use it for. And then finally, for the tactical, the Corrosive grenade. Pretty solid grenade. I liked the shield pen portion, the toxic damage. So few things have toxic damage in this game that it is quite unique to get that. So I'd give it a thumb up on the Corrosive grenade. If you were slotting in Photon grenade or one of the many other grenades out there, like what was the other one? It's not Neutron, is it? Neutronic grenade? I'm forgetting all the different kinds of grenades out there, but I would say it's pretty comparable to most of them. I'm not a huge grenade fan ever since I got a hold of Graviton Spike. That fills my grenade slot, but If you are a grenade user and you like them, and if you spec out for it with the DOFs and whatnot for grenade throwing, I'd say it's pretty solid. It's up there with the other grenades, and it's another option you could consider, especially for that toxic damage. So you could slot it in for certain missions where you have a lot of enemies that are vulnerable to toxic. And just a reminder, if you want to get these modules, you have to have participated in the summer event. Once you've actually participated in the summer event, you can buy them anytime if you come to your Reputation tab, Events, Store. And once you've participated in the summer event, you basically unlock the summer event store here, and this will be here like all year round. But you do need to collect 1,000 of the Lolnut favors, which you get for the mini games on the Risa in the Risa zone where the summer event is taking place. It's not too hard to farm up 1,000 of them. You will have to take maybe an hour of doing the mini games, or maybe even less than that, and you can farm up 1,000. Yeah, probably would take an hour, a little more than an hour actually. But there you go. That is the 3 kit modules for the Summer Event 2016. A couple of average to above average for Science and Tactical, and then a very lackluster to pretty much garbage Engineering module. Well, that's my opinion anyway. What do you guys think? You think these modules are worth it? Any of them fit your playstyle? If anyone out there can find any use for Molten Terrain, I'm all ears. I just can't see a use for it. It really needs it needs either a damage buff or some crowd control, perhaps, to make it a more viable ability. All right, well, that is all. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully it helped you decide whether you want to spend your precious Lolnuts on these kit modules for the event. And that's all. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.